This video is about my first check. I worked a summer job, and when I got my first check, and I thought when got my first check I was going to be all excited. Instead, I was a little upset. I didn't get all the money I thought I earned. Being upset turned to me being steamed. After all, I worked hard. I was really angry. No one could explain to me the deductions that were taken out of my check, the deductions for taxes and other expenses. I seen the gross pay, which is what I thought I had earned, but I was never aware there were going to be deductions. I ended up with a net pay that I did not expect. Confused, unsure, lost, no one to talk to. I was just completely besides myself. And that is why I wanted to put this video together to explain all the components of a payroll check and a check stub so that you wouldn't have to experience what I experienced, especially on your first check. First up, we have the business name and the business address, followed by the company logo, the check date, and this is the actual date the check was written, with the check number, and no two check numbers are the same. They're all unique. Then you have the written amount of the check. This written amount is the amount that the bank is obligated to pay. That's followed by the check payee. In this case, it's John Doe, and the reason is the payroll check. You have the authorized signature. Without the authorized signature, the check is no good. Next, we're going to go into the check stub. First thing we have here is the rate of pay. John Doe makes $10 an hour, and he worked 40 hours in this pay period. The company has a 401k plan in which the company pays in $20 towards John Doe's 401k. John Doe earned $400 for that pay period, including the company match of $20. His gross earnings comes to $420. Next, we'll go over to taxes and deductions. First, we have a federal income tax withheld deduction, in this case $19.36. That federal income tax that is withheld pays for hospitals, roads, bridges, schools. Following that, we have the Medicare, which you receive automatically at age 65. This replaces any health insurance that you have. We have your Social Security retirement benefits, which you can receive as early as 62 and as late as 70. The earlier you take it, the less money you get. And we have our state withholding tax. I live in a state of Florida which has no withholding tax, and that's why that number is 0. Then we have John Doe's amount of money he puts into his 401k plan, which is matched by the company. And this is really important because this becomes free money for a net pay of $330.84, which should match numeric amount and the written amount. My hopes that John Doe has a checking and a savings account, and if he doesn't, that he gets one on his first paycheck. You don't want to be going around with all this cash because chances are you will spend it. Of course, it's appropriate to plan a controlled splurge on your first paycheck, but the operative word is controlled. You must learn to live within your means. Don't overspend. Savings must become a priority, not just a thought. And I can't emphasize enough, pay yourself first out of every paycheck. And the easiest way to do this is start a direct deposit to a savings account or an investment plan. In summary, I told you my story about my first paycheck. I explained all the parts of the paycheck and the pay stub. I made some recommendations for what you might want to do with your first paycheck. Thank you for viewing this video. Check us out at freefinlit101.com. Sign up and receive a post in your email each time we create one. And become a part of our free easy ebook. Your input is important. Make a comment and let us know how we did on this first video. Goodbye for now, and thank you.